Hey team. Okay, I've been getting a lot of questions about events during this time of season, especially because our salad in a jar parties are really popular during the summer, and they are still popular, but there are a lot of other events that get more popular as the weather starts to turn colder. So I'm kind of going to run through some of my favorites. Crockpot events are always fun. People are super interested in the crockpot. And even Instant Pot now. I haven't kind of ventured there yet, but Crockpot events, there are really two ways you could do that. The simplest way is for everybody to come up with a recipe and make multiple servings of that recipe and already have them in the bags. And just depending on how many people you have coming to your event. So let's say you have 8 people RSVP to your event. Each person would decide on a recipe, share it with the group, and then they would make 8 different bags of that recipe. And then when you get together, then you can just swap and go home with 8 different meals, and that's the simplest way. Another way is a little bit more fun, I feel like, but it takes more work for you as the host. So you would pick 1 to 2 recipes. We've kind of been doing like one that has meat in it and then another vegetarian recipe. And then invite people to the event, let them know what recipes you're making ahead of time so that they can decide if they even want to come to your event. And then let's say you have 8 people. Hey, Leah. Let's say you have 8 people that want to come to the event. You would take your recipe list, you would multiply that by 8, and then you have your master like ingredient list, right? And then you would go through and divide that by 8 to figure out how many ingredients each person needs to bring. Hey, can you go sit over there? Thanks. So you would decide, let's say you had 24 total ingredients and you have 8 people coming, then each person would be responsible for 3 different ingredients. And then what you could tell them to make it easier on them is you could ask them, all right, pick 3 out of this list and go ahead and have the measurements and total quantities already laid out for them so they know exactly what to get at the grocery store. And then you all get together, have them prep their ingredient as much as possible ahead of time. So, if they have 8 onions, have them go ahead and chop up all of their onions and put them in 8 different baggies. So not one big bowl of onions, because then it's really hard to figure out how much goes in each individual crock pot bag. So have them put it in 8 different individual sandwich bags. Same thing for, all the other ingredients. Cans are okay. I tell them to go ahead and just bring their cans, open them, and we'll rinse them there at the event. And what I usually do for cans is I'll have them rinse out let's say it's garbanzo beans. So I'll have them rinse it out and then drain it and then just put it right back in the can. And then that way we'll have like all these cans out and then you can just dump it into your bag. So once everything is laid out, then you'll go through, have the recipe, and you'll call out, okay, for this recipe, put 1 can of garbanzo beans in your bag, and everybody will do that. So it's fun because everybody gets involved, and it's a little bit longer event, but it's a lot of fun. So those are 2 crockpot events. Meal prep swaps, clearly my favorite. Same idea, everybody picks a recipe and you make 5 servings of that recipe. And you go ahead and you portion it out into the individual containers. I like for everybody to have matching containers, but I get it. It is what it is. Nobody's ever going. So there's always going to be someone that doesn't have the same container, so it's fine. I say don't invest a lot in your containers, just get whatever's cheap. And when you get to your event, then you're just, again, you gotta swap with everybody so that you bring 5 recipes of one meal and you go home with 5 different types of meals. What else? We have soup swaps. So that's another really simple event. Everybody just makes a big batch of soup, between 6 to 8 servings of, most soups make 6 to 8 servings, and bring a ladle and your containers. And then you just line up your soups and everybody goes down and fills up their containers with whatever soup that they want. Let's see, trying to think. Wine and wellness is always really simple. You just have a couple bottles of wine available. Ask your guests to bring their favorite bottle of wine. You can pair it with something else. I've done chocolate and wine events, and we ask that they make a healthy chocolate dish. And so we've had like chocolate energy balls or, you know, a dairy-free, grain-free brownie or something. And it's really interesting to go around and see people be surprised at how good some of these healthy desserts can be. We're having one at the end of this month called All Things Pumpkin, and it's a wine and wellness event. So we're gonna have wine there, and we're having everybody bring a dish that highlights pumpkin. So pumpkin events, I find that if I don't limit them and say it has to be healthy, then we get more people involved. And I tell them, bring whatever you want to bring as long as it's delicious, and then you get bonus points if it's healthy. And then I'll have like a little prize for the winner, because we'll all vote on which one was the best tasting pumpkin dish. So that's always, the pumpkin events are always really fun. I feel like I'm missing one. Let me know if there's an event that I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure that those are my favorites. No, just one. Just one, and I'll talk to you later, okay? I'm fun doing this. Okay, and I think that is... Oh, Brunch and Balls. So this one is a new one, and this is really for like stay-at-home mommies and when you have like kids running around. I'm telling you, it is so hard to make the time to make something healthy during the day when you've got kids running everywhere. So I really love energy balls, the protein balls, the complete balls, like anything that I can just like pop in my, you know, car or in my bag when we're running out the door. So Brunch and Balls is really cool. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, have some coffee, have some tea, and then have some complete balls out for everybody to taste test. And that's always a big hit because the cookie dough bites go fast, snickerdoodle bites go fast. It's just a great way to introduce them to complete and to let them see other ways of having complete. Kimberly Winnestorfer makes a great complete pancake. That would be really awesome at a Brunch and Balls event. Anyway, there's just so many great opportunities for you to build your community, get people around you, get people to try the products, and just see our heart and our culture with Juice Plus. So hopefully you guys got some ideas from all these events. Let me know if you do things differently than I do, but they're just super fun. So have a great day, team. Talk to you later.